Okay, I wanted to go over some basic stuff that you should be thinking about right now if you're not thinking about it already in terms of prepping. Obviously, in the news, there is a ton of stuff out there about Russia and the U.S. and, a lot of chatter about could this be lead to World War III. So with that in mind, that is something that I prep for. That is something I'm concerned about. So I want to take this time to mention some things that a lot of people may not think of that you should maybe consider to have in your preps for World War III type event. Number one to me is going to be a Geiger counter. If you survive and you're out on your own, it's going to be very important to know what type of areas that you're walking into. Speaking of walking into and walking around, if you don't have an NBC suit, that's going to be something you want to invest in. That's a nuclear, biological, and chemical suit if you're not familiar. Along with that, you're going to want the mask and then the air filters that go with it. You could buy these simply online. I've even seen them on Walmart.com, seen them on Amazon. Obviously, military surplus stores have these available as well. Believe it or not, they're relatively low price, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to invest in one. Investing in this stuff is kind of a mental exercise that you have to have right now. Like myself, I wanted to purchase some more stuff for kind of camping and everyday prepping. I think at this point, with the tension so high, I'm going to be better off maybe spending less money, maybe not re-upping on some gear that I want or updating some gear that I want, and reinvesting that money into some food and water. I think if a nuclear attack was to happen, you're not going to want to be eating the food. You're not going to want to be drinking the water for possibly years after the event has occurred. I think there's going to be some mental preparations that you have to go through about, if this leads to some sort of invasion, if there's a military draft, what are you going to do? There's some mental exercises that should be taking place right now. Obviously, with those mental exercises, keeping your mind right, staying positive, making it through your day-to-day stuff, just in case nothing ends up happening. And that's why we prep. So, better prepared than not prepared. I think along those lines, I've been watching the news more. I want to be ready. I think a nuclear attack is going to seem a whole lot less scary, and I'll catch you a whole lot less off guard if you're paying attention and you're monitoring. It's time to really kind of reamp your bug out plans. Make sure you have the maps of your area, that the maps are updated, that the maps are current. Maybe start practicing your alternate bug out routes. There's a lot of things that you could do over the next few weeks that could kind of keep you ready and keep you kind of in the mindset of, hey, you know what, stuff's really, really heating up right now. I want to be prepared. I want to take the steps necessary. I'd educate yourselves on the last couple of world wars and what led to them, what caused them, what the death tolls were, what type of impact it had on the economy. You may want to rethink, your financial strategy right now. I don't think World War III is going to be good for a lot of people in terms of their job market and their ability to continue with a normal life and not have it super interrupted in terms of what you need to survive just on a day-to-day basis. Hope this information helps. Those are just some items I think everyone should start considering going forward.